in my community, you don't have right to shave as a woman, except when you are married. I've talked about this countless time. Until you are married, that day of your traditional marriage, the kinsmen will gather. That's when they will shave you. Your husband will be there.
So people will be shaving your husband to be there looking.
Yeah, that's the tradition. He has to abide with it.
Do you think that village girls are worse than city girls?
Higher percentage. Higher percentage. And then,
So the village girls are more spoiled.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Because it also bounces back to how you raise your child. They can be raised in the city or in an area that is also very bad or exposed, and then they are well mannered and then well reserved. So, unlike some places, but me personally, I would say that people in the village are more wild.
People in the village are more wild. All right, guys, it is indeed a very beautiful evening, and my guest is the very famous lady who has never shaved in her life, all the way from Abia State. We have Gold Ike. How
Thank
are
you.
you
I'm
doing?
fine. I'm very fine, Daddy Freeze. Nice to finally meet you.
Welcome to civilization. How
Thank
do you
you.
feel when they say things like that to you?
I feel good.
Because you are a content creator. I know you were not born a content creator, so I would love you to tell us your story. How did this start? Where were you born? How did your journey evolve from where you are to where you now are? And then you still tell us at the end of the day why you don't shave.
All right, no problem. So, what inspired all of this is poverty, I would say. Yes, because I was born into a family of four, plus my parents, including my parents, six. So, we're living in Cameroon. I was very little. I was breastfeeding when we relocated to Cameroon. Then we lived there up to the time I was age of 5. And then things were so difficult for us that we had to come back. I and my dad and my immediate younger brother. Why my parents, my mom, sorry, and my other siblings were still in Cameroon. So coming back, I had to stay back in the village with my grandmom from my father's side. And then my dad had to move to another town to go and look for greener pastures. So from there, that was how I started doing all this farm work, like going to the stream, and the stream is very far.
Like, how far is the stream?
Like you have to trek for like an hour, 30 minutes getting to the stream. So we usually carry 5 liters. The first time I carried it, that was the first time carrying something on my head. That keg broke. So when I came back, I now cited my grandmother because she was at the farm. So she noticed the gallon was broken already. So I didn't know she hid cane behind her. And then she was not like, hey, my daughter, you're back. Oh, yeah, come. Immediately I got to her and she flogged me that day. I can't forget that day.
How old were
So
you then?
I was 5. I was 5. And
And
our
five, you don't dey
stream,
chop cane.
I said, so our stream is very hilly. So when you are climbing it, the kids that were in the village, once they get there, they will start running. So it was my first time. I'll have to sit down and be crawling very gently so that I don't fall. But after some time, I got used to that lifestyle. And then when it's time to eat dinner, we eat together with my cousin. So they always rush food. When we were living in Cameroon, my mom, she had a restaurant, so food wasn't any problem to us. So when I got to the village, there were limited food supply. So once they serve us food, we have to start rushing it. How we actually eat, we might count 1, 2, 3 and put in the mouth. The rest, you have to fold your clothes this way. You bring from the plate, you put here until the plate is empty. We start eating from our clothes. I'm not capping. Then after
Now, now,
eating,
now, now. What do you put in your clothes? Is it eba
yes, you can
and
put
soup
eba, yes.
inside cloth?
Yes. Because if you are slow, they will rush it. So the initial time, I wasn't picking up with them because I wasn't used to that lifestyle. And then maybe after it will now be like, the food did not full us, so it's rich here. This person will say it's rich here. So I spent like 3 years in that village. Then before I now went to live with another person in another village. Well, but while I was still in my own village, that's my dad's village, I started doing jobs for people, whereby I'll go and cultivate for them in their farm, even to clear grass. Like the way things were for us, I can't actually discuss price with them because I don't want to chase them away. So I'll just be like, anything you give me, some will not pay me, but they might just give us some raw food item. Then I can now take home. So
So you used to work for food, basically.
yes.
Wow.
So later on, I now went to Enugu to live with someone. I stayed there 2 years.
Who was this person you were living with in Enugu?
She's kind of related to us.
Okay, so it's not like you were doing house girl or anything like
It was house girl,
You've done house girl before?
of course. It was house girl. So imagine a child of 8 years living without the parents in another town, in another state entirely. I spent 2 years there without seeing any of my siblings or my family members. Though within that 2 years, my mom later came to visit me there. And then I was living there. They're almost old. They were old actually. So I was their hand and their legs. I was always working. So them too, they were into farming. So it was actually that place I started doing gari because from my own side, it's usually fufu that we usually eat. Then there, I was now doing gari, and then she sells pap at their Nkwo market. So we usually prepare ahead of time that Nkwo market day. But on ordinary days, like on Saturdays and maybe after school, I usually go and hog the pap. So I'm the one, I'll buy the corn, process it. Like now I can process pap from scratch, from the corn. I can process it.
You will grind the corn.
Grind, take it to the engine. And the distance where we do all these things,
far.
they are very far. They are very far. So after doing that, if it's school, any school day, sorry, any uncle that enters on school day, I'll have to go and drop the barrel of our goods at the market, then trek to school. The distance is far. Trek to school, then come back to the market after school to go and hawk. Then, but when I come back, they'll give me 10 naira to go and buy agidi stew. So I'll just go
Which
and
one is
buy it.
agidi stew?
It's also made from corn.
It's like pap too.
No, they also use it to take pepper soup. You know that
Eko.
I don't
Is it the
know.
one that is white
Yes,
that they put inside leaf?
yes.
And we call it eko.
Oh, okay. So
Agidi.
we call it agidi
But which one is agidi soup?
stew.
Agidi
They
stew.
make a different sauce with
For the
it.
agidi.
Yes.
Oh, how
So
is the
you-
sauce?
Kind of tomato sauce.
Okay, so you'll be dipping the agidi inside.
No, they'll just put the agidi, then pour the soup on top of it. So as you are taking the boat, you are cutting the agidi and then you are taking it together with the soup.
You like that a lot.
I don't have any choice.
When was the last time you ate that?
It's been long. I can't remember, but I had it with agidi like maybe last month. Yeah,
How
but
come
the
you didn't bring
stew,
some for me?
there's some other time.
Okay.
So maybe the days, maybe in the morning that we don't have food to eat, they'll give me 10 naira then to buy okpa. So that
Which
time I
one is
was
okpa?
bambara seed. You know bambara?
Yes.
Yeah, the seed. Have you had okpa before?
I think I have.
Okay.
So, it's whitish.
Yes.
Yes.
But then
My
after
wife
cooking
makes
it,
it, yes.
they add palm oil.
Palm oil, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'll eat and go to school. So I didn't experience all these lunch bugs and then school bus. I usually trek with my leg. So it was actually tough for me there because I can't say I'm hungry or I need more food if the one they've given me is not enough. And then I can't say I'm tired because most times when I'm reading some comments, I'll be seeing comments like, you are doing it for the camera. It's like your neighbor is doing it and then you just ask her to allow you to record. This is something I've been doing. At least now I have a choice. If I'm tired, I can stop. Nobody is forcing me to do anything now. unlike then. So bird weeding, if I weed for you, you'll feel like they use broom to sweep it. I do weed for people in their farm too.
Till
They'll
now.
pay. I don't do it
Ah,
now.
hey, find a content creator to be cutting grass.
I did all those things. So after some,
But do you still know how to weed now?
very well, very well.
Oh, more.
I can weed, I can cultivate, I can do all those things.
So you know how to do heap.
Yes.
What can you plant?
We usually plant cassava, corn, okra, granules, melon, cucumber, okra. I've mentioned
Can you?
maize.
Yam.
Akide, you know akide, black beans.
Yes. What about yam?
Yam, yes, yam too.
You
Cocoa
know how
yam.
to, you know how to farm, to grow yam from small to...
From small. The school I actually went to, Enugu, the primary school. Like every student will have their own ridge. Once is that farming season, they will go and show you, everyone, they'll take us to a portion of land. And then you have to cultivate it from start, plant your yam. And then on the day of harvesting, everybody will gather, both the teachers, and harvest the yam. After harvesting, whatever thing you harvest from your ridge, you divide it into 3. The school will take 1 that they will share among the staffs. Then you will take 1. And then when I went
the third one will now take that one.
You
You
the
divide it into
student.
3.
Yes. You take 1 part, then the teachers will take 2 parts.
Oh.
And then we also fetch firewood for them and water, and then go and supply to their house. There is always a day to do that. And when I was in primary school, there was nothing like, nobody gave me money for school fees. Then they'll tell us we need 12 bunch of broom for school fees. So they won't give me money to go and buy the broom. So what I do is after school, I usually wallow myself around the bush looking for where they cut that palm front. So when I get it, I'll just harvest. I don't know what they call it in English. That is the broom part. And then when I get home, when I'm done with what I'm doing, I can just use either razor or broom. There is a way you just be doing it like this. So they have sizes that you would tie it. Once it gets to 12, you go and submit it. That's your school fees.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you paid school fees
With broom.
with broom
With broom.
in this Nigeria.
In this Nigeria.
How long ago was this?
I may not remember the year, but
In between,
not up to
How old are you?
2010.
how old are you?
I'm 41. Around, that should be maybe 2005 to 2009 or 8. I can't really remember.
So in recent years, you paid school fees with broom. Wow. What else?
Then, where we also go to fetch firewood, I also go and, like during November period, we always go to fetch firewood more often to prepare for Christmas. Because that Christmas period, we don't usually go to fetch firewood because it's festive period. People will come back to their
village.
families in the village, and they'll just be cooking and be eating. So nobody goes to the farm. So around that period too, I'll fry gari. The woman I lived with, she had bags of cement. That was what we used to pack it. So I'll fry gari, plenty bags of that will food out those bags, so that when her kids are traveling back to the city, they will carry it and go. And then I also sold bitter leaf. So we had bitter leaf in the compound. So they let me take that one. So most times, I usually wake up around 3 a.m. I was very little.
3 a.m. at
3
what age?
a.m. I wasn't up to 8. That is, I started living with them from the age of 8. So between 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I was selling bitter leaf at the market. So because I also sell for that woman pap, I'll have to start early, wake up around 3.
What time do you go to bed?
Maybe around 8.
Okay.
Yes. Maybe around
9,
8.
10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, still 7 hours. But it's small for a young child.
Yeah.
So you wake up at 3 a.m. You and witch and wizard, now when I go there.
So I'll watch that bitter leaf and get everything ready. I'm always the first person to get to school. When I was in primary school, 6 a.m., I'm already in school because I always wake up early to do things. I'll sweep the house, do everything. Once I'm done, I'm going to school. And when I get to school, then all the classes, they have portion of the compound that they sweep. That is, the compound will be big, but each class knows where their own portion starts from and end. So because I come to school early, I'll have to sweep everything. The teachers, they knew me for it then. So that bitter leaf, I'll now take everything to the market. Maybe after school, I'll go and sell it. Sometimes I'll make 150. So I was keeping that money until the money got to 700. That woman, the woman I was living with, the grandson came for visiting. We were going to church that day. He said he wasn't going. By the time I came back, I couldn't find my money again. He stole the money.
The whole money.
He knows himself. You will see this video. Maybe he will see it or not. I don't know.
What's his name?
Ebuka.
Ebuka,
He stole
you
my
stole
money.
this woman 700 naira after she had walked and did not wake up at 3 a.m. as an 8-year-old. You say, Ebuka, God will judge you.
I cried that day. I couldn't complain to anyone. So I kept quiet. Even the money that the kids, the woman, because the kids, they liked me so much. Sometimes they'll dash me 20 naira, 30 naira. I was keeping that money so that when I go back to my place, I can give my mom. And that foolish boy took the money. So then, what else? After, okay. I didn't have much clothes then. Like, you can actually tell the clothes I'm going to wear the next day. The school I was going to in my previous school, that is in my village, I had to come with it to that Enugu. So that one now was now serving me as mufti. On Saturdays, you see me dressed in school uniform, but the school wasn't around there. So it
So another school's uniform was your
was my mufti.
Ah.
It was my mufti. Then they don't allow me to go out and play with other kids. I was
Why?
in primary 4 then. I don't know. That was their rave. They see me playing with other kids, shout. They'll start abusing me verbally though. They don't beat me. Then that very day, because I was in primary 4, the textbook we usually call it reader. So it has some drawing in it. And I was just watching the drawing, then I slept off. But initially, they don't give me light. Like, I go to bed with the darkness, and then the room they gave me was just like the room, it was roofed, but there was no ceiling. So you can see, how do I explain it?
I understand.
There is opening.
Yes.
So something can easily crawl in and crawl out. Both cold also. So
So
on
what
a
are the
spring.
things that used to crawl in? Snake?
Snake can easily crawl in.
Have
But
you
I
ever seen
thank God
snake?
that snake didn't crawl in all.
What if snake had crawled in? What would you have done?
I don't know. God will save me. So that very day, I slept off with lantern, and then there is that mattress that Hausa people usually hawk. You know that one that is not something like this.
Yes.
That type. So that was what I was using. I slept off that day. When I woke up in the morning, I now noticed that the lamp I used to sleep off, the thing poured. So the kerosene that was in it, I slept on it. So it soaked on my stomach. And then by the time I woke up, it formed blisters from like this now. It formed
still have
big
it now?
blisters. No, maybe I'll show you the scar. But it's very little.
Oh.
It now came and closed mouth here. So after a few days, those blisters had to burst, and then it formed wound. Like this now was wound. They didn't take me to the hospital. I wasn't taken for any treatment.
You don't
So-
say.
If I wear clothes and I want to take it off, it will now gum it and be, oh my God. It will now pull it, the wound will now become fresh again and start bleeding. So I don't even know miraculously how the wound just healed. And then it didn't give me mark on my stomach, just something small here to remember what happened to me. Then the woman now, in the morning, the woman now started shouting at me that I'm sleeping like a dead corpse. So that word touched me.
Ah.
Then I now started planning on how to leave the place. Then I had to call my dad because I had his number offhand. I called him that I don't want to stay again, I want to come back. So he now said, okay. The woman now called me after some days because I think my dad called her and said that I want to come back. So she was not. I actually used her phone because I didn't have phone. I used her phone. Then I hid somewhere in the compound to call my dad that day. So when she came, she was not like that. The phone booth. I went to one junction to call my dad. That they told her the conversation I had with my father. That in case my dad should come, I should tell him that I don't want to go again. That I want to stay with her. I said okay. Before I forget, then I was living with them. They will keep food for me. The husband will go and scrape the top of the food. I swear to God. He will scrape it. He will scrape it and then leave tiny something for me. And I can't complain. Will I go and tell the
Why will he scrape it? He will
I
eat
don't
it?
know.
Or just do not
He will
want to?
eat it. He scrapes the top and eats.
What kind of a lady husband is this one? Hungry man? No.
They meet in the soup, they always count it. If they cook anything, they'll count the meat in the cook to make sure I don't go and steal meat.
Meanwhile, only baby freeze chop 3 turkey
As
today.
So, what else? What else am I forgetting? A lot. I might not be able to remember everything now, but my childhood was a messed up. It was messed up. I didn't have a smooth childhood. I'm getting emotional too, as I'm talking about
It's
it.
okay. Well,
So
what now happened?
then there is
Your
a
dad
part.
now came, you said?
Yeah, there is actually okay. Remind me about that part.
Okay.
So the woman then, there was a day she bought mineral. The only time I actually eat
Mineral,
well,
by the way, is fizzy drink, soft
yeah.
drink.
So the only time I actually eat well is if they tell me to pound fufu. I'll have to go and steal part of it. I'll come back to school early, pound it, and then take part of it and go and hide in my bag. So that when they give me soup, even to date, if you give me small soup, I can use it and eat mountain of fufu or garri. So I'll have to go and eat in the dark so that they will not notice. Then another time is if there is any occasion in the area. So that very day, she bought Coca-Cola. Then she was not like, will you drink? I said yes. She now said, it's not every time I ask you if you will drink, you will say yes. She now asked me again, will you drink? I said no. But I really wanted to drink. I was just a child. So that one passed. Then back to when my dad came. So she was confident I was going to decline. Then my dad now asked me if I still want to go because I think she told my dad that she doesn't think I still want to go. So my dad now had to come in her presence and ask me if I still want to go. I said yes. I received the disappointment in her face. So my dad now went outside where he parked so that I can bring out my stuffs. All the things her children bought for me, she took everything. Even buckets that they bought for me, I was using to bathe. They took everything. So I just left with my uniforms I came with.
Uniforms from the other school.
I now went back. I had to go with those ones. Then going back to the village, things were not still that balanced for us, but at least it has improved to some extent.
Yes.
Yes, then I still continued with job. Maybe if it's season of granite, I'll boil granite, go and buy if it's half pint or that, yes, half pint or 1 pint. I'll just go and buy, boil it, then bring table. There is usually we call it AMA. I don't know what to call it in English, but just more like a junction in the community. So I'll just, then it's just 20 naira we used to do it on the table. Then I'll now sell those ones. Then if we harvest from our farm, I was now assisting my mom with the farm work because it's only me that can do those ones. My siblings, they cannot do those ones because it's only me that lived in the village for long. So I sold fufu then, fresh one. If we harvest and process, I'll hawk around. The one that is remaining, I'll have to take it to the market. And then we also, later on, we now opened a mini bar in that my community. But the thing food after some time, I don't really know what happened. And now things actually got better over the years. And then my dad was now able to train us in school by the grace of God. Though during my university days, it wasn't all rosy.
You went to university?
Yes, I went to the university. I graduated from Abia State University, ABSU.
ABSU?
Yeah.
What did you study?
Nursing.
What did you finish with?
2-1.
You had a 2-1 in nursing?
Of course. I'm beauty with brain. My brain is hot because when I remember how I've struggled, is also something that have been motivating me all these years. I don't want to go back to where I'm coming from. I want to be better. And I don't also want my kids to pass through what I've been through. So I just have to buckle up and work more harder to achieve the aim of me being in that school. And then when I wrote my professional exam, I made it in one sitting.
Are you serious?
Of course.
So you are qualified to...
I'm qualified. I have my license.
How come you're not practicing nursing?
I'm still serving humanity with the food and processing, the garri. So nursing is all about serving humanity. I'll also practice in the hospital soon.
Are you serious?
Yes.
But will you be able to cope? Because nursing is very rigorous. So how will you be able to fry garri? Okay, you fry garri in the morning and then...
And you also know that nursing is self-employed also.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you can be a self-employed nurse. Aren't you thinking of jackpotting abroad?
I have to think about that.
Because nursing sells abroad very well. And in a year, you can make as much as $70,000, $80,000.
Yeah, that's right.
But there are some content creators that make that much in Nigeria. Are you one of them?
Where will I see that kind of money?
God
should remember
me. So let's talk about what made you famous.
Okay.
The statement that you have never shaved since the day you were born. Tell us about it.
So about the shaving part, where I'm from, in my community, you don't have right to shave as a woman, except when you are married. I've talked about this countless times. Until you are married, that day of your traditional marriage, the kinsmen will gather. That's when they will shave you. Your husband will be there.
So people will be shaving, your husband will be there looking.
Yeah, that's the tradition. He has to abide with it.
Wow. And they remove all your clothes.
Of
See,
course.
you have made the lights with this your story. So does that include your armpit or just your...
No, everywhere.
So as you are like this, you have never shaved your armpit before?
No.
I want to see.
I can even show here, but...
It's okay. So, aren't you tired of not being shaved? Don't you think you should be married by now? At least if for nothing, let them so that you can just start shaving.
It's part of me. I just learned about shaving stuff. This one I came on the internet. So I just learned about it. I thought it's something that is everywhere, the shaving stuff, like you don't have to shave. I didn't know that it was just limited to my community. So it's also strange for me to hear that some people are actually shaving and they are single. Yes. Why are you shaving when you are single? What do you want to do with it?
Single girls. They say, why are you shaving
why are you
when
shaving?
you are single?
You are single, you are shaving. Why? It's not good.
So that they can,
There is a reason why God put those hairs there.
What is the reason?
A lot. Friction, a barrier. It serves as a barrier. If you shave now, how do people feel? Won't you be having friction? But the hairs will help you not be having friction.
I don't know, guys, as in babes, how una see am? Una dey get friction where una no shave. Now, have you found a man who is willing to settle down with you?
God's time is the best.
So you want to tell me, as you are fine like this, I know how to fry gari. No man has said.
A lot of them are coming, and right now it will be difficult for me to make any choice because if I choose wrongly, it might ruin me. You understand? So I need to take my time.
Do you have anybody right now?
Not really.
That guy that is telling everybody that you are his babe is going to have heart attack now.
There is no guy.
Chinedu, she said she's
There
not
is
with
no
you.
guy.
Are you sure?
There is no guy.
Can you marry a Yoruba man?
I can marry from anywhere. I'm not marrying the tribe. It's the person I'm marrying if we are compatible.
What do you think your parents will say? Now, people from other tribes where their girls just they shave up and down. Some people shave twice a week.
Is at his own advantage because I'm still a virgin.
Okay. So because in your place you have to be a virgin till you marry.
Of course.
What happens if you are not a virgin?
Then so you will not have that respect. You won't have that respect.
So what's this respect? What does it come with? What is the community going to do?
They'll celebrate you. They'll celebrate you. And your husband, the person that will come and marry me, will pay a lot. He will pay. He will bring cows, a lot of cows. And the more I'm getting older, the more the number of cows will be increasing.
But I thought the older a woman gets, the less likely she is to have children.
I think when the world we are in is different because remember I said I didn't even know that there are some people that are shaving. So now you're saying the older women get, the what again?
The less likely they are to give birth.
So it's not like that. Oh, to give birth.
Yes, like for a 40-year-old, you can't compare the fertility of a 25-year-old with a 40-year-old.
Before I reach 50, hopefully I'll get married.
Okay, what if you get married at 50? Are they going to give more cows as 50?
Yes, no.
But 50-year-old woman
more crown on my head.
But 50-year-old woman
But you know, you can also freeze your eggs. Maybe like this now I'm exposed in the medical aspect. I can also go for freezing of egg.
Would your culture allow you to freeze egg?
Why not? If I was allowed to study nursing, why not?
Let us talk about the Western world and your village life. What advantage do you think your village life is giving you in today's Western world? Because yes, frying gari, how much is gari in the market that you want to be frying it by yourself? And it's a lot of stress.
Well, like you can also have workers if you want to expand it. So depending on the capital you have, you can think big. But if the capital is not there, you can just start with the resources you can just gather around and start from there.
Ladies and gentlemen, her name is Ike Gold or Gold Ike. You can follow her on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. She was my guest today, came to hang out with me and share her story. We taste buds made some cream caramel for her, and we had some turkey and bread.
And cook.
And Baby Freeze ate her turkey. It was you. So, anything you want to say to your teaming fans out there?
I want to say thank you so much because they've been the ones supporting me all these years, and most of my customers, they are from online. So it's just few persons that patronizes me from my neighborhood, but like 80% of my customers are from online. I want to say a very big thank you for your support, both the people that share my videos, the ones that watches it, the ones that insult me, the ones that encourage me. I want to say thank you so much, because even the bad comments too, they also push me up there. Because one of the viral video I had when I started, it was because of a bad comment. I reacted to that video. The thing went viral. So thank you for your bad comments too.
All right. You've never entered a convertible before, have you?
I want to enter one.
We'll go to my house and I'll
Okay.
drive you around my estate.
All right.
I will record that part. So I know that I've contributed my own bit to
Yeah.
you. So we're looking forward to you getting married. So finally, the jungle can go,
Abi, so that means I can rest.
jungle can mature. And living as a house girl, what was the worst thing that happened to you? Would you, when you see people who are house girls today, just what comes to your mind? Was there any ABUSE? I don't want to spell out the word.
Oh, okay. No, that is one thing. I never experienced that, because I also have running mouth. Like you can, like maybe someone that wants to take advantage of me will not even want to come close to me, because I will expose him. Yeah, I will expose him. Then I was living there. There was one guy, I've even forgotten his name. Then I wasn't up to 12. Maybe I should be 10, 11. And this guy, he should be in his 30s. And he was trying to ask me out. I now started insulting him that day. He started chasing me. So since that day, anywhere I see him, I'll start insulting him. Brother Chunwai. I was
What does brother Chunwai
like someone that chases women. So I'll not be ooh. Then he
How
was
can a 30-year-old
like,
toast a
he's
12-year-old?
weird. He's weird.
But does it happen like that in the village? Do the 12-year-olds agree?
Do you know? Maybe I will actually say that. How do I put it? Most times, like sometimes people online, they'll be like, oh, I want to go to the village and get a wife. I want to go to this one. I want to go to those interior places. But those people, they also spoil it. If you go to the village now, maybe some people of my age, they already have like 3 kids out of wedlock. 2 out of wedlock. Then you now check with the statistic in the city. A lot of them, they are also well reserved. Do you understand?
So do you think that village girls are worse than city girls?
Higher percentage. Higher percentage. And then
So the village girls are more spoilt.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because it also bounces back to how you raise your child. They can be raised in the city or in an area that is also very bad or exposed, and then they are well mannered and then well reserved. So unlike some places, but me personally, I would say that people in the village are more wild.
People in the village are more wild. Omo, what are your thoughts? Anyway, that was gold, Ike. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much, Daddy.
And do you still fry Gary up
Of
until
course,
now?
I
When was the last time you fried Gary?
I fried 2 weeks ago.
How come you don't look like someone that fries Gary? You look very fresh. You look like a town babe.
Because I take care of myself.
Now, if you have a husband that wants to relocate you to, say, Canada, and he's going to pay all your bills, and he says you have to stop frying Gary, how will you feel?
As long as I'll have a source of income over there, no problem. Because right now the Gary is not in a bigger scale, you understand?
What if you build it into a bigger scale and a man comes? You know the way men like to do their things. My wife is not going to fry Gary. My wife is not going to fry. How do you feel?
Now I have to combine it. Maybe I would have said I will have someone to manage it for me. But some of the businesses that has to do with retail, if you are not there, it's just as if you open the business for another person. So you have to be there at least 80 to 90% of the time.
All right, guys. Gold Ike shares her story. You could also share your story with Daddy Freeze. If you have an interesting story, you can reach out to me. And of course, I would love to host you. Remember, I have to make sure your story is interesting, or not you who decide. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
Look forward to having you again. And
Thank you.
I'm sure the next time we'll be meeting will be a shaving ceremony of your marriage.
Definitely.
All right, guys, we're going to go and take a drive now.
Yes.
I want to take Gold on a drive.
Yes. Guys, can you hear the sound? Oh my God.
I've already started it today. That's why you not hear the bang.
Oh my God.
So, all right, I'm driving Gold.
Guys, my first time in a converter.
So, I'm driving Gold. I came to visit me all the way from Abia State, and I'm taking her for a ride.
I'm having a good time in Lagos, and they hosted me so well. I've overfed myself today. Once I reach, it's just to go and sleep.
To go and sleep.
Sleep.
All right, guys.